The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning, everybody. This is James Lynn with Insurance Agency Marketing in Omaha. Thank you for joining us this morning. We will be having Dana Brown joining us here in a little bit. She is the Senior Internal Wholesaler with Protective Life. Again, thank you for joining our webinar. A few things we're going to go over, a little bit about us. For those of you that are new, we've been around for almost 32 years. Our goal is to work with agents and advisors, assisting them find the best possible solutions to meet their clients' needs in the areas of life insurance and annuity plans. We are based here in the Midwest in Omaha. We do have some very unique policies here regarding voicemail, and that we don't have voicemail. We want to give you that personal touch, so we will answer all your calls within 3 rings. One of the things I think that sets us apart from some of the other individual companies out there is our referred producer program. We have a $50 bonus when you refer other producers to us. Once that producer writes their first piece of business and places it, you're entitled to $100 more of a bonus. And then as that individual continues to write business, you will earn up to 20 basis points on the production thereafter. So as the example shows, if you have 3 referred producers that write $1 million, you can earn up to $6,000 additional cash for you. To continue on with our new producer builders, we have 3 different levels. These are all achieved within the first 180 days or 6 months once you're contracted with us. The $100,000 level, you have 3 options to choose from. You have a $750 cash bonus. You have 2 years of support for your own producer website or an iPad. The second level is at the $300,000. By securing that, you can get either you can get our Social Security program and a 3,000 piece mailer, or $1,500 Visa gift card. And then at the $500,000 level, you're entitled to a 5,000 piece mailing and a seminar coaching with Matt Gill, or 4,000 piece mailing and a seminar coaching with Dave Pimper, or the Ritz-Carlton travel package, which, for me is my favorite. It's a little bit of a vacation that you definitely have earned. A little bit about our back office support. Our goal here is to save you time. We have business building tools and resources that are at your disposal with us. Case design assistance that can be very personalized to meet your client's needs. All the forms at your fingertips. And our goal here is to be with you all the way from the point of submission to the commission. We're here to help with life and annuity quotes. We have top sales expertise in coaching as well as marketing as well, and paperless contracting. So many individuals originally used to try and get set up with multiple carriers to try and save time with the paperless contracting. Most states allow for point of sale contracting. A little bit about our creative marketing solutions. We do have a staff that is our creative marketing team. Some of the things they assist agents with are turnkey solutions such as ready to print, brochures and things of that nature, customized with your agency information. They're professionally written. It can be used for handout, flyers, newsletters, or postcards. We can also assist with solutions to your agency. We can assist with logo design, business cards, brochures, stationery, advertising, all those things that you would have to go and pay for on your own. We provide those here free of charge. And then finally, digital solutions. We assist with personal websites, digital marketing strategies, email marketing, online newsletters, and all types of digital media that you could use to help continue to grow your business. A little bit about our website. What's nice about that is it is available 24/7. So if you are meeting with clients on the weekend and you need some additional information, it's always available. There's sales tools. There's a term quoter out there. You can find forms you're looking for. There's some information going to regarding industry links to get some additional information. Annuity news, our annuity grid, as well as our long-term care product guide. And there's also a new producer sales resource library. You can log into that through our system. There's various calculators out there, some marketing concepts and things of that nature. We do have a retirement analyzer that is available for those of you that may find value in it. Just let us know if that can be something that we can assist you with. And then a little bit about IAMS Wealth Management. That is another leg of our company we had brought about. Basically, one of the reasons is it's to make it much easier for you as a producer to deal with one company. So you can not only work with your life products and annuity products, but also regarding your money management, things of that nature. So basically, it's just one point of contact for you. What we've seen it happen is obviously increase your revenue, not only because of money managed fees, but also client retention because you can offer a more wide range of products and services to them. And also, as I said, that one point of contact to fit all your needs. I'm going to go ahead and put a poll up real quick. It's just a simple yes or no. By marking yes to this doesn't mean you're automatically enrolling or signing up for anything. It's if you'd like some additional information, just let us know. All right, thank you very much. Next, I'd like to talk about our Life and Annuity Academy. There's 3 of them throughout the year. It's a 2-day producer training. What this is designed to do is provide you with sales ideas and strategies from 4 top producers. So this isn't individuals coming from carriers or us. These are 4 top producers that are in the field doing what you're doing day in and day out, sharing their success stories and what they're doing to continue to grow their business. This is also an all expense paid trip for you. Some of the topics we go over is index annuities unraveled, annuity industry threats and trends, top producer seminars, large life case marketing, business insurance concepts, industry's best income writers, wealth transfer tools, advanced annuity sales topics, as well as sales software tools. If you do have any questions, please feel free to give us a call on that. Again, our number is 800-255-5055 to get an updated list of 2018 dates and locations. I'm also going to go ahead and put a poll up as well, as you see. By checking yes, it does not obligate you to attend. It just shows us that you may have some interest in that. A little bit about some of the trips and incentives that are offered here at IAMS. As you can see, the 2018 one will be through February 25th through 28th down in Scottsdale. It's a nice travel and leisure package that our qualifiers will be attending. It's 4 days and 3 nights. It's a social and educational event. All right. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Dana Brown at this time.
Thank you very much. Well, greetings from Cincinnati, Ohio. Thank you so much for your time today. What we're going to do, I'm going to kind of set up the call for you from the protectives perspective, is I'm actually going to take you through a couple of sales ideas on the custom choice and the advantage choice product. So we'll get right into it. A couple of things I wanted to talk about. First of all, is kind of set up protective life. Okay, so anytime we design products for our consumers, it's really with the client in mind. So we're looking at longevity in these products. We go and we want to try to do the right thing, no surprises or disappointments, and we try to make promises carefully and deliver on them. So when you notice our product design, you'll see as we go through that really we thought about when we design our products to make sure that they're around for the long term. So getting right into it, we're going to talk about the custom choice first. You'll notice we have a huge suite of products. We've got the custom choice, the advantage choice, index, and investors. For today's call, we're only going to talk on two products with some different strategies. So custom choice and advantage choice. When I look at this whole portfolio, I'm looking at the lower cost products on the left-hand side and then moving up to the right-hand side where there's more flexibility and options. So today we're going to touch on those. So custom choice, The highlights on this is, first of all, it is a term on a universal life chassis. Now, we do have a cheaper version of this product called the Classic Choice. We're not going to talk about it for today's discussion just because of the flexibility of the custom choice and the talking of some sales ideas that are kind of turnkey solutions for you. But a couple of things about the custom choice. You have a 61-day grace period that helps the client. It's worked in many situations for me when trying to save the customer from themselves if they forgot to make a payment. So a 61-day grace period. Options to continue affordable coverage without premium spikes, and we'll go further into that of what that means. So a couple of things about the bands. $100,000 to get into this product is the minimum base amount. The most competitive bands, you're looking at $250 to $500. $500 is really the best band. So just kind of to touch on that, I don't really want to go far into that today, just because we want to get into the sales ideas. Basically, for evidence-free internal replacement, I think this is the best of our term suite of products between the classic and custom. You get 20 years to convert or to age 70. It allows you to go into another product that we're going to talk about today, the Advantage Choice. You can go to our Index Choice and Strategic Objectives and Pro Classic. So just some things about evidence-free. We've got a good conversion product. Now, to kind of set up the sale, with traditional term, for a defined period of time, whether it be 10, 15, 25, or 30 years, we know level premium for those years. But then it goes to be very expensive say it's a 20-year term, year 21 and beyond. Well, with Protective on our custom choice product, we kind of took a reverse approach, and we did this several years ago with the idea, let's kind of protect the customer. They still have a conversion option, which you can see we call it a replacement option because this is a UL, but let's go and give them some options. So one of the biggest questions that come up for me when people are doing annual reviews on policies is the fact that they need to stay at the same premium they're at. Well, there's one way to do it. It's either to decrease the death benefit or put them in another term plan. That's pretty much what the options are. We're trying to make it easy for the customers to know exactly what they're getting into. So where the custom choice is designed is to have a level death benefit with the idea that, say it's a 20-year term, like in our earlier discussion, year 21, it would go to a decreased face amount. And the cool thing is, on every illustration you run, you know exactly what it goes to. Those are guaranteed values. They will not change. That's how you've designed it. That's how it's going to go. So the first sales idea I want to talk about is short-term protection with premium flexibility. Now, there's a couple of cool things with this that I like because no other carrier can do this, because we've designed this, or they've gone away from it, because a lot of people, you'll notice probably about 5 years ago, they had a lot of term products on a UL chassis because of the CSO tables, which we won't get into that. But what we've done is we've kept this product around because of the uniqueness of the design. And in this example, you can actually make a lower premium to fit your client's needs for 5 years out of a 10-year plan. So in this situation, we've got a guy whose kid's going to college. He really needs $1 million. He wants to make sure, obviously, that he's got coverage. He's got a kid in college. He doesn't want their lifestyle to change. But he really is concerned about the premium right now because his child is still in college. So what we've done is we basically, and it's real simple to do on our software. Anybody at insurance agency marketing can also help with this. It's called a customized level benefit period. And all you need to do is just put in 5 years on that solve. And what it'll do is it will automatically solve for lowest premium for 5 years, and then it'll step premiums from 6 to 10. You can see in this example, that's exactly what happened. And then in year 11, you'll see, like I was talking about, the death benefit decreases, and that's how this product is designed. Instead of going into high YRT premium or death benefit, premiums, this controls the expenses for the consumer, so their death benefit does decrease, but this will allow them to be able to afford this policy. They also have the option that if they wanted to replace this or convert this, keeping the same death benefit, they can do that up to the 10th year. So the rule is for us is 70. It's 20 years or to age 70, but in this situation, because it's a 10-year term and keep the same $1 million, that's what you would do. So that's the first thing I want to show you is you could do this on a 10-year, a 15-year. If you had a mortgage, which is going to be our next scenario, if you had a 15-year mortgage, or say you're already 3 years into a mortgage, you got 12 years left, you could design this to do a 15-year policy paying a lower premium for the 12 years. It's just something that we can customize for the client's needs. So that's one sales idea I wanted to show you today. The second one is our mortgage protection. So in this example, we've got a gentleman that he was 35. He had mortgage protection need, but he also had a need for if something happened to him, so for like final expenses, or to pay off some remaining debt that's out there if something were to happen to him. So typically what you would do with mortgage protection is, on this one we just chose legal in general because they seem to be the most competitive. We did a 30-year term for them. The reason why this is actually only a 25-year mortgage, we did that just because we actually do have a 25-year term, but to bring the expenses lower, which is what the goal of this mortgage protection for less is, we created a 20-year term, which basically, remember, the death benefit is going to stay the same. We chose $500,000 because the need was more than the $375,000 mortgage. It's also any outstanding debt that he might have had. So they did $500,000. They did 20 years, and then the mortgage is only 25 years. So you'll notice right here. Remember how I said year 21 and beyond, it goes to a decreased face amount? If you go and look, you'll see right here that our death benefit in year 25 on the right-hand side is $110,680. Well, that's, first of all, meeting the mortgage protection need, and then some leftover for some final expense. Also, if he wanted to continue, and by the way, it's also saving him about $3,000 over the course of this by putting him in our plan. The other good news, if he wanted to stay into this Custom Choice 20 and still keep paying premiums, this product goes to age 121. It bottoms out at $10,000. So you'll know what happens, in their 80s and 90s. COI charges get crazy high. Well, this makes it affordable. It might tank the death benefit down to $10,000 in those later ages, but they've got a burial policy basically at the end. So they could stay in this if they wanted. So this is something that works well with mortgage protection because we can retrofit the policy years. So just something to think about for the Custom Choice product. And just in closing on the term side of this, and then we'll move to the Advantage Choice. Remember some things to think about: rising premium after the level term period for term, typically. Only a 30-day grace period. And if you guys are all agents, so you know too that basically the policy's typically taken out of the calculation for commission. Well, it's included in ours. We have a longer grace period, 61 days, and we've got level premiums after death benefit if the client still wants coverage. So more flexibility there. Another thing and also you can do 1035 in this plan because it is a UL product for protective. So a little bit of things that you can do with this product that are great. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flip over screen, so bear with me. I'm going to get you a different PowerPoint because I wanted you guys to see something else here. Bear with me just a minute. There we go. And now we're going to move on to the Advantage Choice. So some of the benefits of this is it's strong guarantees, flexible premium options, and cash value for potential future expenses. Now, a couple of things I wanted to talk about with this is I was just looking at a heat map, which basically says, okay, where are we the most competitive? I wanted to kind of refresh my memory because that heat map changes. I mean, it changes, it could change weekly. But I just looked at it this morning, and the strength of our product, if you're looking at a 60, 65, 70, 75-year-old, those are the strongest heat maps that I saw where we were in the top tiers for this plan. Standard and below, we're very strong, meaning table-rated cases. We're very strong in that. We're good at single pays, 10 pays, and full pays in those age ranges. The younger clients under are like 35 to 60, we're better single pays, 10 pays, but full pays, we do lose a little bit of space. So just kind of talking about that when I was looking at that. We've got bands. Our strongest positioning is going to be that 250 to $1 million is really our stronger bands. And then surrender charge is 9 years. Okay, so we'll move on to a couple of things I wanted to talk about that. My screen will move. Hold on one second. Okay. Now, keep in mind, we were just looking at our top competitors. By all means, we're just looking at this across the board. Symetra seems to come up a lot for this situation. This is basically the slide that flexibility for when life happens. It's a 28 cents more per day gets you an 8-year guarantee. That's the bottom line, is what this did when we were putting $1 million face age 60 for a standard guarantee to age 105. And oh, by the way, talking about taking care of the clients and wanting to make sure that this protection lasts as long as it can. We also skip premiums in year 11 and 21 because we know clients miss premiums. It happens. Well, this just tells you the strength of our product by skipping those premiums, how much longer they lasted. So that just kind of touches on the strength of the product here. Now, on this one, talking about cash value, again, we use Symetra. I promise there will be other ones in here. Symetra just seems to come up a lot. We basically look and said, okay, looking at the same scenario, apples to apples comparison, $1 million face amount, age 50, standard non-tobacco to age 100. What's the premium and what does it get us? So we were higher. We were about $382 higher on this. But we were also able to give them over 7 times the cash value. So you can see on the left, Symetra had 15,000. We had 107,000. So that just tells you that flexibility for when life happens. If you need this for things like maybe you've got a big college bill that you got to pay for, or a life event happens, the water heater went, something like that, where you need that flexibility to go and take some cash value out, you've got it here. This one talks about the strength of 1035s with protective. Like I said, single premiums look great, 1035s look great. This basically said, we did a single premium of 100,000 to age 100, and this is what it did. You can see they did have to still put more premium in, but you can see it's much lower than any other competitor, 5,593 on this one. Okay, so 7 premium free by retirement. A lot of times when I go to different events, a lot of times people like the 7-pay scenario because they don't want to pay premium during retirement ages, which makes sense to me as I get older and I head down that path. This tells you the strength of our premium. If you want to do a 7-pay scenario, you can do that. I told you short pays look great. We benchmark typically at 10 pays, but we're looking strong on 7 pays. All right, now lasting legacy, this just shows you how much you can increase your legacy. If you were to put in $200,000 and guarantee to age 100, you can see you've increased against any of them, PAC, North American, Nationwide, or Prudential. You just increased your legacy, but by at least, about $60,000 by doing that. So just some strength on that. One thing that I think you guys will like, actually 2 things. The Extend Care rider, we've got 2 riders on here that are great. The Extend Care rider is a chronic illness accelerated death benefit. You can go up to 10.8 or 5% of the death benefit. Premiums and charges are waived on claim. And now what's new for this year is after the 25th month on claim, they permanently waive premiums and charges. So a couple new things on that. The income provider option, I like this because this helps me on situations where a client thinks they're preferred and then they come back from underwriting and they're table 2. This helps bring us back in the game by, instead of doing a lump sum and death benefit, we stretch that death benefit over time. I use this a lot because I'm, internally on the sales desk, I use it a lot to save cases, but I also have used it with farms, estate equalization. I do a ton of that just because I'm in the area you guys are in farm country. So we use that for a lot of those situations. So talking about chronic illness first, basically what this got us, and like I said, I'm sorry, I just noticed how many Symetra ones they compare against, but the thought is with the chronic illness is how much more you can get. So here for basically, let's see here, $250,000 at a standard non-tobacco, guaranteed to wait age 100 and pay to age 100, you are increasing about $5,000 more in chronic illness coverage by just instead of the $5,000 that Symetra has. So that gets you more in chronic illness benefit. So $343 more per year. For the income provider option, just quickly, benefit payments can be made monthly, annually, or on a specific day or year. You can use that if you're a grandparent and you want to go and give some proceeds to a child on a specific date or a grandchild. This is a great option. I told you the two scenarios I use it a lot in. But you can also structure any death benefit where you could pay a lump sum immediately up front. And then you could do distributions over time. What that basically gets you by spreading out the death benefit, it lowers your death benefit premium. There's one other carrier I know that has a rider like this, but they can't go and decrease the premium. So just some things to think about with that. This, in talking about the IPO and Extend Care, this basically allowed them to increase not only their legacy, but if they had that chronic illness need and they wanted to stretch out benefits to, say, a spouse, this basically gave them a death benefit of $615,488 using a single premium of $207,334. So some options in basically what that gave them was $50,000 immediately paid up for lump sum death benefit that could go to their spouse, and then monthly payments for the next 10 years of $5,355. So basically a paycheck. If they didn't go this route, no big deal. If he needed to use this for Extend Care for that chronic illness, he can't perform to a 680L, he can use this. This just increases the amount that he could use because it's dollar for dollar off the death benefit. So just some more options for that. And then the last thing I want to show, because I want to land the plane for you guys, which is the strength. I don't know if you guys know this about Protective, but we've got a great lapse protection. Bear with me a second. I just want to open up my last thing here. Give me 1 second. This is the stepped up premium design. So a lot of times when you guys run into this, you're going to, you have cases where you're in competition with other carriers. You have clients that have cash flow issues, competition with premium financing cases, cases with accountant or attorney involved. You can go and structure the Advantage choice in a stepped-up premium design. What that gives you is the option to pay less up front. The premiums can be 40 to 45% lower. You can actually lower it even more if you use the income provider option. And some of the things to focus on is the IRR at life expectancy around age 90. So I'll show this to you. A couple of things on this. We bill as illustrated. So if you go and structure a premium, 10 different premium steps, we will do that for you. We can put that in everything so it's automatic. You guys don't have to call in to do it. So just know about that. This is on our WinFlex and ELI software to do this. And then we'll go right into it, which basically all it is on WinFlex. You just choose solve for premium. You go to lapse protection, and then you've got your lapse protection tiers. Now, if you go this way, the one rule you have is you have to start at 75 as far as your step premiums. And then you can just step it. You could do a 5-year step. You could do a 2-year, whatever. We don't care. We can do up to 4 steps this way. We can do even more if you do a no solve. But what that gets you is it allows you to be competitive and go with lower premium up front to get in those competitive situations where you don't think the coverage is going to be needed as long as that. If it is, then you can certainly do that. Just in the last thing I want to show you is if we were to do a level premium on the left-hand side and the step premium on the other side, you can see clearly the IRR looks strong up through year 21 to 30. You can see that it was 3.55% in year 30. So getting you to that age 90 that we were talking about is what you look at. So step premium design is something great that you can do on this product, and we use it quite a bit, especially in competitive situations. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to insurance agency marketing with any questions.
Thank you, Dana. Much appreciated. As you can see, Protective, very strong initiative and giving you guys some options to work with your clients, some very unique benefits and features built right into their products. I know personally I've had a very strong working relationship with Protective for several years, not only with Dana but her team. I will say that they're very attentive. They're great at answering questions. Their underwriters are accessible to talk to. Just a very, very well-rounded experience for all. With that, I'm going to do one more pull out here for you guys. It's just a real quick one. All right. And we're going to go ahead and sorry. All right, last poll. Obviously, if you're interested in working with Protective, we've got to get contracted. We would love the opportunity to assist you with that. Again, Dana, thank you for taking the time to visit with us. If you guys do have any questions, I'll go ahead and circle back later with you regarding those. This is recorded, so you will also get an email sending this out to you so you can view it again at your leisure. As always, if you wanted to view it or any other webinars we're having, please go to our website, which is IAMS Inc., IAMS.inc, and under the training tab, select webinars. You can view all of our webinars out through our YouTube page. Again, thank you very much for your time, Dana, and everyone who attended. Have a good day.